Hello students, I hope you're doing well. So I'm Nishi Malvi, I'm your trainer for ACCA. So in this video, I'm going to come up with some important tips and tricks to clear SBL exam. Okay, I know SBL is a kind of paper where many students find it difficult how to approach, how to start, especially for those who are full-time self-study student or working professional and then self-study students. So don't worry, in this video, I'm going to cover up everything. Okay, so I'm going to cover all the general queries. Like I know many students say SBL shouldn't be given alone, standalone paper. You should give two papers, like pair up any other paper with SBL. But I'm going to cover that as well. Why and in which scenario you can or which scenario you cannot. Now, the second pointer, second main doubt whether you should skip study text, because I know everyone says that skip study text, even I say that. But there are some scenarios. So if you skip study text, what else to study? So everything I'm going to cover up in this video. So please make sure you watch the video till the end. Okay. So yeah, now let's start with discussing the paper style. So paper style for SBL. This is after June 24. Oh, sorry, after June 24, 2024. Okay, what is the paper style? So now the paper style, if I talk about, the exam is of 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's like 195 minutes total. Exam duration is same as all other P level papers, 3 hours 15 minutes. If I talk about exactly paper style, so ACCA will release the pre-scene information 2 weeks before or nearby that date, and you'll get email. Those who have registered, they'll get an email. So release the pre-scene information, you'll get the pre-scene information. So this pre-scene information will mainly include industry analysis. I mean industry data, like what is this business, basic. Okay, quite basic. In exam, you will get other exhibits you'll get in exam. So exhibits will be there in exam. So now your paper is going to be like majorly when you're drafting the paper, your paper answers should be based on the exhibits. Your answers should not be wholly dependent on pre-scene information. Okay. Now, your paper, you will find out once you solve the pre-scene type of mocks, you'll understand that some are the papers where you need to deliberately put the information for pre-scene. You need to try linking that. Okay, you just need to make sure that your answers are majorly based on exhibits, but you should give the background information from pre-scene. Okay, that's how the easiest way you can score much marks. Okay, and what mistakes students do? They'll base all their answer on pre-scene information. No, you shouldn't do that. Okay, your answer should be based on exhibits, but background information you can take up from pre-scene. Now that's it about the straightforward questions. Now, if I talk about some, bouncer questions, of course there are going to be bouncer. There's going to be one bouncer question in exam, so you don't know anything about that, right? It happens with all of us. Don't worry. I was also the same at the same stage. That's how I realized what are my mistakes. So I don't want you to repeat that. Okay. So in the bouncer question, I would suggest that you can take up information from pre-scene information. I mean pre-scene. Okay, you won't find much information from exhibits, but yeah, first thing, you won't find exhibits. I mean, not more information in exhibits. You can take up information from pre-scene information, and then second thing, please attempt the questions towards the end. Okay, so I hope you got it. And the task, the marks of the task, that is everything will be revealed to you in the exam. Majorly, I've seen there are 3 tasks available. Okay, they'll divide marks accordingly. So yeah, guys, that's it about the paper style. So this was a paper style. This is a paper style which I'm talking about after June 24. So this is, I guess you are attempting for, if you're watching this video now, you're attempting for September 25 attempt. Okay, so this paper style is applicable to you. Now, if I talk about old paper style, why there is the need of old paper style? I'll tell you. Just listen this. Okay, before June 24. Actually, what happened before June 24, ECC used to reveal all the information in exam only. So paper was 4 hours, 4 hours paper, and all the information, the piece in which you get now, everything was revealed at that point only. So I hope you know that there is no changes in syllabus. The only change you'll find it is in paper style. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's the difference about the both the papers. Okay, both the paper style. So in case you have papers available for before June 24, you should practice them as well. So I would recommend practice as many papers as possible. So yes, you can practice 4 hours format as well. That's completely okay. So SBL is going to test your drafting techniques. Okay, how well you're at drafting. So yeah, coming on to the second point, second doubt, second question, which most of students have, whether you should read study text or not. So study text or not, yes or no, right? Whether you should give it a read or not. If you skip study text, then what is the alternate material which you're going to follow? Okay, so that's what I'm going to discuss here. So yes, I would also suggest to not study text. You can skip study text, but there are some conditions. if you are someone who has appeared all papers, or at least has appeared for skill level, or at least skill level, sorry, yeah, skill level exams, then you can skip the study text and directly jump onto the pocket notes, technical articles, and then you can start drafting paper practice. Okay. But if you are someone who is with 9 paper exemptions, and that too from non-CA background, I know nowadays students are taking exemptions through their college, through their university. So those students do not have any idea about it, and they almost start giving for ACCA exams at like second or third year, right? Or even first year. So you guys do not have any idea about this, right? So in this scenario, I would recommend you to read study text, but it shouldn't be like you're reading it twice, thrice. No, either you can read study text or study hub. Both, like any one thing is fine. I would majorly prefer you to go through study hub rather than study text, okay? Because now Kaplan is not a partner for ACCA. It's not a approved learning partner for ACCA. I mean materials, right? Though it's reliable, but it's not, they have broken their partnership. In short, that's the thing. So if you rely on study hub, that's well and good. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that's clear who will go through it. Now, if you're someone who is from CA background, no, this is not for you. Okay. You can skip the study text. The reason is you have basic knowledge about all the business scenarios, all the other data, all the other areas. So you can definitely skip the study text. Now, if you are skipping study text, then what else you should do? You should read pocket notes, and technical articles, just to make sure that you have brief idea of what all topics are going to be there. So yeah, you will find that only read one or two technical articles, but no, I would recommend you to read all the technical articles if possible. The reason is you're already skipping out a major information, which is your study text, so you should have basic knowledge. Okay. Now if you skip on technical articles as well, you're going to be very doubtful when you're drafting. Okay, you're going to be quite doubtful, you're not going to have that level of confidence. Okay, so yeah, I hope that's clear. Now if I come on to how will you practice? Okay, what should you practice? You will start practicing past papers. You will practice past papers. So you will get an idea, like you'll get a doubt that how should you start practicing past papers, right? So see, guys, I understand that you don't know how to start drafting. Okay, so for this, I recommend my students one thing, that initial two papers, they just need to copy. That's it. I mean, read the precedent information, read the exam. I mean, whatever the information you have, you can follow 4 hours method, you can follow 3 hours, 15 minutes method, precedent information, and then read the answers, or you can just copy the answer. Okay, now examiner answers are very perfect. Like they take a lot of time and then they start drafting it. You need to identify the gist of it and then you need to copy the answer. I mean, split your screen and just copy. That's it. I want. But yeah, mindful copy in the sense it shouldn't be like you're watching any web series and then copying, or you're listening to songs and then you're copying. No, I don't mean that. Copy smartly. Okay, like your mind should be present. So once you're done with two papers like this, you'll get a lot of idea that what should you write down. I mean draft, and what should you not. Okay. Now for three more papers, what I suggest my students to do is read the examiners, read the present information, read the question, exhibits, read the answer, and after some time start drafting. Okay, start drafting, because by that time you will know that what you need to draft. You'll get basic confidence that no, SBL is not that tough. Okay, I'll tell you, SBL is higher level of comprehensive writing, which you did in school, right? In 12th, you guys, everyone has done comprehensive writing. So it is just same kind of paper. It's just that you need more knowledge, more skills, and you should answer in a more professional way. That's all about the SBL paper. Okay, so yeah, coming on to three papers, you are gonna write down, like, by not copy, don't copy. You just give it a read to the answers and then start writing. Okay, start drafting. For after three papers, sixth paper onward, you'll get a lot of idea that how you should draft and what all pointers should you consider. Okay, so now you will start drafting this paper on your own. Now if you're following any faculty, anything, just make sure one thing, you read examiner's answer after any faculty's answers. Okay, I will tell you my experience. I studied SBL on self-study, right? So what happened, I followed everything same as all the students say. I did the same thing. So what happened with me, I failed. I got 46 marks, 45 or 46, somewhere around that. Okay, the reason, because I followed something which I found online, that you should only write this much pointers, two, three liners. No, you do not need to write two, three liners. You do not need to just copy and paste your information. No, don't do that. You will definitely, why would examiner give you marks for just copying and pasting? No, you shouldn't do that. And you should explain the pointers very well. So for explanations, I will tell you the pointers what you should include. So first thing, you will include what they are asking from exhibit, I mean, say exhibit, information from exhibit, your stance on this. If they're asking conclusion, then conclusion. Okay, exhibit and pre-scene, little bit, right? And stance on this. And if they're asking conclusion, then conclusion. Okay, that's it. So I'm not sticking, I'm not saying that 2 3 liners are fine. No, I said no. Okay, 2 3 liners are not fine. You need to make sure you're covering up all the pointers. That's the main point about SBL. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now, once you're done with your own paper, please make sure you go back. Okay, I'm going to show you. You go back to the examiner's answer and read the examiner's answer. See, this is your examiner's answer. Dixon Smith Burrell Limited. This is exam kit. Okay, people will sell. I mean, you'll hear this everywhere that skip exam kit as well. I would say not now. The reason, see, look at this. This is exam kit 24-25 variant, and this is 22-23. So in 22-23 variant, first of all, I'll show you. See, there were topic-wise questions, which were completely, not much helpful. But if I consider now this exam kit, yeah, just look at this. Where is this? Okay, just a second. I'm finding out this content. Yes. Now look at the content. That's all. Like earlier exam kit, you found out that there is a leadership topic-wise question given. So that was not useful at all. But now they have really upgraded the exam kit and there's only papers available. So now you will not skip exam kit. You're going to do exam kit. Okay. So once you start doing exam kit, read the PC information, start doing. After, once you're done with the answers, you'll find out at the end, towards the end, you'll find out examiner's answer. I mean, marking guide. Okay, so this is what which is going to show you that on what pointers examiner is giving you marks. This is very important. I request you everyone not to skip this. Okay, that's it. Now coming on to the next pointer. So yeah, I hope that's done. Now one more thing I missed out on the earlier part as well is SBL paper will have 100 marks of paper, 100 marks, and which will have 20 professional, and 80 subject marks. I mean content marks. Okay, so if you look at here about the professional marks, they are very well explained here. What all professional marks are going to be there? Just a second. So these are some professional skills which they are going to test. So for your communication skills, it's majorly testing how you're drafting, in the sense what formats you're following, which tone you're using. Now, suppose, make sense. If you are a finance director or if you're a senior business analyst, are you going to talk about some vague language or some, basic pointers? No, you shouldn't do that. You should expand your thinking. You should think of companies' long-term growth rather than short-term one-year cost. You should consider that, but your focus should be overall. Okay, if I talk about senior business analyst, board of directors, they would be mainly concerned about how the society, how the business would impact in long term, all the stakeholders, etc. So that's what you're going to consider here. If I talk about commercial acumen, so commercial acumen will cover how business knowledge, how much knowledge do you have about the business. So yes, thus if you link your answers to pre-seen exhibits very well, you're going to get this marks. Okay, if I talk about analysis, how well you're good at analyzing the information. Yes, I mean, some information will be given into pre-scene, some information will be given into exhibits. How are you analyzing some pointer and how are you putting it into the exam kit? I mean, sorry, answer. That's what the analysis skills is going to test you. Coming on to the third pointer, that is skepticism skill. Skepticism skill is like you should have a questioning mind. Questioning mind in the sense, suppose you are given a data of, let's say, NPV data, net present value is given to you, and they say that rate is constant, tax rate is not given, or inflation is not given, or any other pointer is not given, right? So you should be able to identify that. That's a skepticism skill. Do you know your parents? I hope you know your mom's mind, right? Like if you just call and say, Mom, I'm gonna be late today. So first question, where are you going? You just said one thing, but where are you going? I'm going out, movie. With whom are you going? Right? So that is a questioning mind you should have, but not basic questions. Come on, business related, case study related questions. Okay. Coming on to the evaluation skill. So evaluation skill will usually test you how you're comparing. So it's going to test your decision making. How are you comparing the pointers? Like this project is good or or that project is good. You should be able to identify that. So that's it about your professional skills marks. Okay. Now coming on to, I hope you're clear how will you start drafting. So there are majorly, I would say, see, I'll again show you how many papers are available. So there are here. Okay, hold on. So see, there are almost 10 papers available, and apart from that, I'll share you this as well. Yeah. this as well. So you'll find more questions, fishnet at least. There is duals company as well available. Okay, so you'll find more questions, or else I do have duals company questions, so I'll share you. It is available in this only, but the problem with this exam kit you cannot find. You just need to, oh, duals company. Yeah, see here. These are some papers which you need to do it. Okay, so these are some exam kit questions, extra questions. This is available in 1920 exam kit, which, no, sorry, 20 to 23 exam kit, which you should not skip. Okay, you should do this. All the past papers available for your practice. Okay, one more thing, one more doubt the students will have: which papers to practice, 4 hours or 3 hours? 3 hours 15 minutes. I mean, you will have, suppose if I talk about Dixon company, that Dixon Burrell Smith company, both the papers are available for 4 hours as well and for 3 hours format as well. So for 3 hours format, it would be pre-scene information available, right? Now, if I talk about someone who is a working professional, or even for generally for students, I always recommend my students to read the pre-scene information and then straightforwardly go for drafting, go for, I mean, is solving the paper. Don't be like reading the pre-scene information one day back and then you're coming back. No, you're going to forget the crux of it. So I would say that read 1 hour, read for 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes pre-scene information, and then you can just go on to the next solving the paper. That's it. Don't read twice thrice. That doesn't even make sense. I'm definitely going to give you a task to read your pre-scene information, exam pre-scene information, at least 8 to 10 times. But here you don't need that at all. So don't waste your time. Come on, guys. Okay. Now, yes, this is how you'll do. You'll read the pre-scene and straightforwardly go for drafting. So it's up to you. Whichever paper you want to do, just make sure you practice as many papers as possible. So if you're following the 4 hours format, that is also fine. 3 hours format, that is also fine. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Now, now I'll cover the pointer for working professionals. Now, you do not have time that much that you'll sit for 4 hours or you'll sit for 5 hours, because you also need to analyze your paper. So I understand you won't have time. Like, I feel 4 hours is still manageable, but yeah, if I consider some other scenarios where it's really hectic, it's difficult, I totally understand that, right? But if I talk about as compared to those full-time students, they would have 5 6 hours. So you just make sure that once you're done with paper, you go through the answers analysis and give mark yourself, mark your answers. Okay. But if I talk about working professions, what would I recommend? First thing, always study early morning. Honestly, I would say I have worked in corporates and I have studied ACC along with that. Initially, what I did, I used to study late night. So the problem with late night is nothing, just one thing, that when you come from work, your mind is already loaded with lot of things, and you will not be able to digest information because your mind will be already tired at that point. Okay, so I would always recommend to study early morning. Early morning in the sense before work, because this is the point where your mind is very sharp and it's active, and you don't have any other information loaded in your mind, so you just need to focus on studies. That's it. That's one good tip I would say. Even I followed, even right, like I'm a full-time trainer right now, but if I have to do something else, if I want to study, if I want to do any other thing, I'll wake up early and then do that, and then rest of my day I'll devote to someone, I mean, outside the world. Okay, so this is what you're doing for yourself. So please wake up early and start studying. Second pointer, I would say that, see, I understand you won't have time, but I consider that I used to travel to public commute. If those who do not travel to public commute, you can do one thing. You just need to give the read to pre-scene information. But once you're giving it a read, make sure you're solving one task at least that day. So at least you need to try to ensure that you're giving 2.5 or 3 hours at least. Okay. So what you'll do, you read the pre-scene, read pre-scene, pre-scene, and read exhibits and then answer the question. Okay, task one, suppose you're doing task one, task two, that's up to you. Now, when you're doing task, this is for everyone. Okay, when you're solving papers and if you're dividing the paper, please make sure you are taking 1.8 per minute. Okay, that should include your exhibit reading as well. Pre-scene time will be different, but exhibit reading and drafting time will be this 1.8 minute per mark. So yeah, that's it. Okay. Now, I hope you understood so far. And in case you have any doubts, of course, you can answer me. Now, whatever, again, for you as well, I assume that you will take 2 days. Now, you should also analyze your marks, how much you're getting. You'll compare your answers with examiner. I mean, take the crux, okay? Take the gist of the answer. You cannot be that perfect. It's okay. No one was and no one is going to be, because they take a lot of time and you're going to be in a time pressure. So, yes, one more thing, start practicing the papers on time pressure. Less, reduce our time. Don't take 1.95 per minute, take 1.8 per minute and then start practicing. Okay. One more question I'll get: how many papers should you practice? Do you really think if I say 5 papers is enough, do you think it's enough for you? Now, if I talk about someone who have basic idea or who is very good at drafting, for them even 5 or 3 papers would be good to go. But for someone who is not confident enough, even after 5 papers, 10 papers, I would recommend you to draft more. Okay, because see, you're skipping the study text. You're not doing study text. You're not doing whole exam kit. Now, okay, now you're doing papers, right? The same thing. So you should ensure that unless you're not getting confidence, you are gonna solve the past papers. Okay, that's it. Now, ACC is going to reveal the pre-scene information 2 weeks back. So I want you guys to read the pre-scene information daily once you get it. Daily. I don't want you to read other pre-scene information, even not for the pre-attempt mock pre-scene. So there are pre-attempt mock. So if you are attempting for September attempt, so it's September pre-mock, pre-September mock. So don't read this pre-scene information more than twice, like once or twice. That's it, more than enough. But what information you get for exam, read that, I mean, daily. I mean, at least 8 to 10 times, because you should not be at a position that you need to open the pre-scene information in the exam. In case you need it for financial data, some pointers and numbers, that's still fine, but not for the just not for the crux, because that's going to waste a lot of your time. Okay, I hope you guys are clear with this. I'm also going to write it down. Read exam pre-scene information 8 to 10 times. Once you do 8 to 10 times, you're definitely going to remember that, oh, this pointer is going to be, this is going to come up in this model, this, etc., everything. Okay. And if I talk about some formats are very basics. You can find out anywhere in pocket notes as well. You will find out in your exam kit as well. You will find out. Okay, let me show the pocket notes. I missed out on this. Let me show you the pocket notes. So yeah, this is the pocket notes which you're going to refer. So yeah, and the technical articles. Okay, now coming on to the next doubt students generally have, whether you should sit for only SBL exam or with pair up with any other paper. So one thing, if you're a working professional, go with one paper only. Initially, it might find that you are going to manage, it's easy to manage, but when it comes to the exam time, toward the time, you'll have a lot of pressure. Okay, that's one thing. So working professionals, one paper. Working professionals, one paper. That's it. If you're full-time student, okay, then I would recommend you can try for 2 papers, but you need to make sure that you are disciplined from initial period only. You shouldn't be like you're only focusing on one paper, you're not focusing on another paper. You should be able to manage both efficiently and effectively. Okay, you need to follow time management skills for both your papers. So generally SBL SBR is a good combination. SBL AFM is also a good combination. Like SBL, I feel, is a very good paper with any paper you want to go with. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you understood. And in case you have any more queries, feel free to reach out to me through anywhere. I'm available now everywhere. I mean, LinkedIn, Instagram, even on WhatsApp. You can reach out to me through my groups. You can join any group, okay, and then you can reach out to me. So yeah, guys, that's it in this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find some valuable tips. Okay, how will you tackle this paper? And I hope you are confident enough that you're gonna clear. Definitely you're gonna clear when with the right approach. SBL requires you a different approach. If you follow this approach, you're definitely gonna clear this paper. Okay, mark my words. I know some 9 papers examined students who got 65, so they followed these tricks. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you like the video. If yes, then please make sure you like this video, share this with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn so that you stay updated. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's it. Bye bye. Have a good day and all the best. Okay.